We're at the Rehabilitation Unit at Tel-Hashomer Hospital, to which many of the major news outlets in the world have arrived in recent days to cover the deteriorating health issues of former Prime Minister Ariel Sharon. The health affair correspondent for Channel 2 in Israel, Yoav Even, is probably the hardest working reporter stationed at the hospital, being he is on the air every 20 minutes with an update, with only 3 hours of rest in the past 48 hours.
It makes sense that what happens here interests also the international media, because Ariel Sharon, is a very famous leader. He's one of two giants that are still alive, of course, President Shimon Peres and himself. His name and his essence means a lot to many Israelis, some of them bad things and some of them good things, but he is a great leader, that's for sure.
British-born Shahar Pellet, who reports for international news channel I-24 News, claims the international attraction to the current situation is not a big surprise at all.
Well, this interests media all over the world because of the figure Sharon was. He was a prime minister that really changed agendas in Israel. This is something that fascinates everyone all over the world. The Middle East is always very fascinating.
Yahya Qassem, who is the chief correspondent for Middle Eastern Al-Hora TV, claims that Ariel Sharon is still a name that fascinates the people of the area.
Ariel Sharon was a prime minister who played a very crucial role in Israel in the Lebanon War in 1982 and his responsibility for some of the occurrences there. In addition, he was prime minister of Israel in a time that was very crucial for the disengagement from Gaza, and there were many chances that he would have continued with his plans with other disengagements to reach some kind of peace treaties. Therefore, his personality is very important. In addition, the way he was forced to abandon his post as prime minister and his illness is something that still fascinates and interests the Arab viewer. Al-Hora is a broadcaster which originates from the Middle East, Israel, and the Palestinian Authority, and the whole area is very important because many see in this area as the root and instability to the whole area, and that's why everything that happens here has an effect on the whole world.
French news channel BFM TV is always very keen with breaking news stories originating from Israel, claims the network's Israel correspondent Stéphane Amar.
Everybody in France knows Ariel Sharon. It's a very well-known name, and everybody knows he was the chief of the government. He was also a controversial personality, and everybody wants to know what happened with him. Everybody in France are very interested by Israel, because it is Israel. They feel that it is a very sensitive issue, and as well because there is a big Jewish community in France, and there is a lot of tension between French Jews and Muslims in France. It's a strange job that we do, but what can we do? It's our job.
And the around 50 members of the domestic and international press covering the current crisis in the health of former Prime Minister Ariel Sharon say they're not going to leave the premise until they hear an official word from the spokesperson of the institution. For JN1, I'm Jacobsohn at Tel-Hashomer Hospital.